Hi everyone, I'm Javi, and in this video I will show you how to add sound to your cinematics.
Pizza time.
So let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is import the audio that I will be working on. So here in my main folder, I will create a new folder, right click, new folder, and I will call it audio. I will double click, and in here I will drag and drop the audio files that I will be using. So I have them right here. I'm just going to select them and drag and drop them in this folder. It is really important that the audio files that you're working on are .wave format, because it is the format that UEFN and Unreal allows and works with. So if you have audio that you need and you want to work with and it's not on WAV, you will need to convert it to WAV. So for converting the files to WAV, I use this web page, Convertio. I just choose the files that I have. Usually I have them on MP3 format, but you can choose between other audio formats. And then those WAV files are the ones that I import to UEFN. Another web page I recommend is Pixabay to find royalty-free music. They're not sponsoring this video or anything. It's just that I use this web page a lot. It's royalty-free music and there's amazing music in here, so I really recommend it. I will leave the links to both of these pages on the description of the video. So back here, we have here the audios that I imported. Let's just have a listen. If you want to listen to the audios, you can just click here, this play button on top of the audio. So it's just, I have Italian music that I want to play when the cinematic starts playing. I want that music to start playing, and I have this other audio.
Pizza time.
So that's just a little gag that I want to add. If you recognize from which movie this audio is, leave it in the comments. I would like to know if it's that obvious. Okay, so now I will go to my sequencer and show you the cinematic. This is the cinematic that we made in the last tutorial. If you want to learn how to make cinematics, you can go watch that tutorial. If you already have a cinematic that you want to add audio to it, then this tutorial will work as well. In my case, I will be working with this cinematic. So I'm going to click here and show you the cinematic that I will be working on. So as you can see, it's a simple cinematic. I want the music to be playing on top of it, and I just want to add the pizza time around here when we see the inside of the pizza pit. So I'm going to drag here to expand a little bit, and I'm going to close this ones. And now to add sound, we need to add an audio track. So let's go here, click, and add an audio track. I want to have my audio tracks at the end, so I will be dragging this here. And now to add the audio, we just have to press here, this plus icon, and it will show us all the sounds that we have on our project. So here in search assets, I'm going to look for Italian. This is the name that I have for the music. So I just click and it will automatically import it. You can drag your audio to position it. You can even click on the start to cut the audio, to shorten it. You can do the same with the end, for example, 1 minute. The first thing that I'm going to do is select by dragging which section of the song is the one that I want for it to be playing on the cinematic, right? Let's see how this sounds. Okay, so for example, here you see this beat right here. That's where I want the music to end. So I'm going to be dragging that part here to the end, and this is how it will start. Yeah, I think it works great. So now I need to take out these sections at the beginning, at the end, right? So for example, I can go here to the start, to 0, 0. I can right click edit, and it says trim section to the left or trim section to the right. In this case, I want to trim the section to the left. So I will click and it will remove everything to the left. So we'll do the same here at the end, and we'll do the same. Right click, edit, but this time we will trim the section to the right. And now we have the part of the song that we want. Yeah, and that's it. So I'm going to expand here to see what other properties we have on the audio. Right now, I feel the music is way too loud. If you see, the volume right now is at 1. I think I want the audio to be maybe at 0.5. Let's see how it sounds. Yeah, I think it's way better. Okay, so another thing that I want to do is I want the audio to fade in and at the end to fade out. How do I do that? Well, as you can see here in volume, you can add different keyframes, so you can animate that volume property. So what I want is the music to start at 0 volume and then go up to 0.5, right? So I want the music to start at 0.5, maybe right about here. So now that I have it on 0.5, I'm going to press here to add a keyframe. And now I'm going to go to the start and set the volume to 0. And it will automatically add the keyframe. So what we did here is that it will start at 0, and as it reaches here, it will go to 0.5. So it will ease in. The music will fade in. And now I want to do the same at the end. I want the music to fade out. So I'm going to go here where I want my music to start, fading out. And I'm going to click again here to 0.5. That means that during this whole section, from this keyframe to this keyframe, it will have the volume at 0.5. But now I want it to end on 0. Around here, I want it to go to 0 again. So let's press here, 0, enter, and it will add a keyframe. Let's see how it sounds. Perfect. So now we have our audio fading in and fading out. What if I want to change the volume? It's really easy. You can go here to this keyframe that holds the volume that you want your audio to be. Let's say I want it to be a little bit lower, so 0.3. So now that I'm right on top of that keyframe, I'm going to press here, 0.3, enter, and then click here again. So it replaces this keyframe with the new volume that I set. And I will do the same with this other one. So I will click here to go to the next one and do the same, 0.3, enter, and then click here to replace that keyframe. Let's see how it sounds. Perfect. Now, what if I want to add another audio track? It's simple. You go to track, audio track, just like we did before. And I'm going to be dragging this audio track on top of this one right here. And now we're going to add the pizza time. We go here, plus, and we search for pizza time. Press click, and it will add it. I want it to sound maybe around here when we're seeing the restaurant. So I just have it around here maybe. Let's see how it sounds.
Pizza time.
It sounds great, but I want it to sound maybe a little bit louder. So I can go here and I can also change the volume up. So 1 is not the highest it can go. Let's try with 2. And let's see how it sounds now.
Pizza time.
Yeah, I think that sounds great. So now that we have it, I'm going to save everything with Ctrl-Shift-S. And now let's try it out in game. Okay, so let's see how it sounds in game.
Pizza time.
Okay, perfect. Now you just added sound to your cinematic. So another important thing that you need to know is that you can mute those tracks. So if you go to an audio track here and right click, you can select mute and you can mute that audio track. So for example here, you see the pizza time didn't sound. You can right click and click here to unmute it. Or if you have a lot of tracks and you only want to hear one of those, you can right click and click here on solo. So this will be the only audio track that you listen to, that you can hear.
Pizza time.
And that's it. That's how you add sound to your cinematics. I hope you like this video. If you find it helpful, a like to the video would be great. Also, if you want to see more videos like this, I will be uploading tons of tutorials relating to cinematics on UEFN. So if you have liked this content, you will probably like all of the other content that I will be uploading next. So if you want to be up to date with those videos, you can subscribe to the channel. And thank you for watching. I hope to see you in another video. Bye.